we're at gotomath.com. Let's click on the calculus button and go down here to rules of differentiation. And I believe 21-3, that's actually the one we need to look at. So 21, 22, and I believe 23, these three buttons here is just a combination of problems that we've worked in the past. Okay, and I'm just going to copy that because I can do that. I'm trying out something different. We're going to try out something different here. Let's shrink that down a little bit. Alright, so we got the sine of the absolute value of 9x plus 10. So we're going to need to know what the derivative of sine is, and then we're going to need to know how to take the derivative of an absolute value. And it won't be too bad. I'm sure of that. I'm sure it won't be too bad. So the first thing we're going to do is, of course, write y prime. And we take the derivative of sine. The derivative of sine is cosine. And then we end up rewriting everything that's in the parentheses here. So that's going to be 9x plus 10. And I really need to probably shrink that down and have enough room here. Now I guess I will. And then what we'll do is take the derivative of the inside. And so you got to remember now, what's the derivative of an absolute value? Well, what you do is you take the inside of the absolute value bars, and we're going to write that up in the numerator. Well, not the absolute value bars. I will start a parentheses though. 9x plus 10. And then next to that, we're going to write the derivative of 9x plus 10, and the derivative of 9x is 9, and of course derivative of 10 is 0, so we're just left with that. And then in the denominator, we just write the entire function, and so that's inside of sine here, and that's going to be just 9x plus 10. Okay, and that's it. That's all there is to that particular problem. That's going to be it. I need to turn off the spelling. I think it's liking that. Anyway, so let's go back to the web page and check our answer and see what it says. So I went ahead and just put cosine up here in the numerator, looks to me like. So we took the derivative, of course that's what this 9 is right here. Then we rewrote the whole thing, of course that's what's going on here, and then cosine. And so it looks to me like it's just written in a different order than what I've got here. Right? We could take that and put it up in the numerator. All right. So let's not get too confused on that. Okay, well, I think that's been explained, and I'll see you there. Bye.